Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are giving you a tour of the Morant Bay Urban Center. This is a mega development in St. Thomas, one of the largest developments undertaken in St. Thomas to date. And we said to date because I'm sure there are many more to come. Now, what happened is there was an old factory here. The what do you call it now? The Goodyear factory was on this property. And the factory was closed for a very long time. And everybody, all the governments that came, everybody was trying to figure out what to do with this property. But nobody was really interested in investing in St. Thomas. So now this government, led by Andrew Holness, decided to build an urban center here. So you're going to have banks, you're going to have supermarkets, you're going to have tax offices or government offices like a tax office, RGD, PICA office. You have a university here. You have a parish courts here. You're going to have a BPO call center here. You're going to have Heart here. You're going to have a commercial complex. You're going to have, okay, where you see that building with the zinc or the roof, the white building, that's the BPO. Then to the left of it now, that is the commercial center where you can rent space for a store. Behind it, where you see the metal frame, that's where Hard Trust NTA is going to be. There's going to be an industrial section there. And to the right of the building, that's where the university is going to be. Beside that, the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation and Town Hall. That's one of the fast food restaurants there on the left. The building straight ahead to the top, that's the NCB Bank. Now, this was a very successful project, extremely successful. Guys, would you believe, do you know how much space is left in this urban center? None. If they were to double the size of the urban center, it would be rented. Triple the size, it would be rented. That's how successful it is. So the government seeing this now and seeing what's happening, they have decided to build more urban centers in Jamaica. Now, there's another one that's going to be built in Port Antonio, which is further up the road from here. And that road, that is the Southern Coastal Highway. That is the road that you could literally say saved St. Thomas. The government built this road from Harborview to St. Thomas, and it actually goes all the way to Port Antonio. And that is what changed. That and the vision of this urban center. Now, St. Thomas, one of the least visited parishes in Jamaica, because to get there was a tedious drive on bad roads, roads that were neglected year after year. It was an awful drive. You only came over here, I guess, if you had to. Not like driving to Ocho Rios or driving on the north coast, which was so much easier. But all that has changed now. The road to St. Thomas is practically finished and the investments are pouring in. Now, before the government did this project, the Morant Bay Urban Center and the road, do you know how many KFC locations were in the parish of St. Thomas? Zero. Zero. KFC, the number one fast food chain in Jamaica. Zero locations in St. Thomas. They're building one here now in this urban center. Do you know how many Burger Kings were in St. Thomas? Zero. They're building one here now. And both KFC and Burger King actually built locations at the beginning of the highway in Harborview at the Harborview Shopping Center. So many governments have built highways, but this one has an even bigger vision. And guys, we're not being political. We're not a political channel. You guys know that. But you have to give credit when credit is due. The government built this urban center. This property was abandoned before this government came into power. Many governments before tried to do something with it. And not only did they build this center, they got it right. It is fully booked out. And they want to build new one, more. This concept works. said it before, we need one place where you have all the government offices. You have the tax office here. You have the court here. You have the parish council or the municipal corporation here. You shouldn't have to be driving halfway around the town for these different buildings. Everything is here. They have a university here. This is the kind of progress you like to see for Jamaica. Now, we actually started off the video. I'm not sure if we had asked the question at the beginning, but this video was actually to be about what other locations do you think, or what other towns or locations do you think they should build more urban centers? Where else should they build more urban centers? Now, I believe Negril, I think they had mentioned they were looking at Negril for an urban center. And there's one being built in Port Antonio. But this is the future concept. It's worked well, and we really have to thank the Holness administration for basically leading the way with this kind of development because nothing like this was ever done before until they came to power. And I'm not sure how successful this would have been if that road was not built. But it is built, and this is a game changer. So I would say wherever else they put this kind of concept or use this kind of concept, should have a highway going there. And in a matter of time, it's just a matter of time before the highways go right across Jamaica. But you should be able to access the urban centers very easily from the highway. That's the highway we're looking at there. That's the Southern Coastal Highway. So Negril is getting a highway. The highway is going from Kingston to Negril. So let's talk about the South Coast. I think Spanish Town, I don't know if they have any space like this for urban center, but a place like Maypen, Old Harbor should definitely get an urban center. Although when you think about it, Old Harbor needs it because although there is a KFC there, there is no Burger King, there is no. A lot of other fast food restaurants want to expand around Jamaica because Jamaica is just like a land of economic growth right now. They actually have a ministry called Ministry of Economic Growth. So Old Harbor, I think, should get an urban center. Spanish Town, maybe not because it already has all the infrastructure. I don't. People would have to close one location to come to the urban center if it was in Spanish Town, and that would defeat the purpose. So I think Old Harbor is prime for expansion and development. It's actually the fastest growing town in Jamaica. So I think Old Harbor should get an urban center and maybe Maypen, definitely Black River. So I would say Old Harbor and Black River should get an urban center. Black River because it has the potential for the highway that it's going to be a major interchange in Black River. Hodges to be exact. But you have a highway going from Black River to Mandeville, highway going from Black River to Negril, and a highway going from Black River to Kingston. So I would say Old Harbor and Black River on the south coast. Negril, definitely, because Negril is a growing town. And out of every other location in Jamaica, Negril has a lot of potential. And I think I even heard once they were talking about making Negril a parish. They're going to build an airport down there, an international airport, so definitely that would be needed. Now, on the north coast, or going back into Kingston, I would say Lucy. Lucy, because of the amount of developments that are going on over there, then although are they building a highway from? They're not. Yes, they're building a bypass from Montego, from Hopewell to Lucy. So Lucy definitely could get an urban center, and then when you come back up, Montego Bay is already developed. They wouldn't need that. But Falmouth definitely could use an urban center. And somewhere on the north coast between Discovery Bay and Ocherius definitely could use an urban center. Because Draxall is, well, Draxall is so developed already, but St. Anne's Bay, Draxall, Otrus, they should definitely have one somewhere along there for the North Coast. So guys, my pick would be Old Harbor, Black River, Lucy, Falmouth, and somewhere on the North Coast between St. Anne's Bay, Discovery Bay, and Ocherous. So guys, let us know what you think. Where do you think more urban centers should be built? Alright guys, have a good day.